Two of the world's most powerful AI models created fake identities to try to deceive real people during a recent cybersecurity test. The UK's AI Security Institute reports the models from Anthropic and OpenAI, quote, engaged in sustained, potentially harmful activity directed at real people and organizations. AI agents from both companies sent targeted emails to actual people and organizations at a level not seen before. In a statement, Anthropic said of the Institute, we're working closely with them to gather more details of the incident as we conduct our own investigation. OpenAI wrote in part, quote, we're committed to working across the industry to strengthen shared practices for conducting high-risk evaluations safely. CBS News senior business and tech correspondent Ling joins us now. So what is unique about this as opposed to the handful of breaches that we've been reporting on the last few weeks?
Well, the internet service was provided, and this seems to be social engineering on the part of the AI agents in the case that was evaluated by this third-party evaluator. And I want to show you what the UK AI Security Institute said about this, because it's particularly jarring if you're out there wondering what AI can do. They said in the most serious case, an agent tried to insert malicious code into an open source project in an attempt to get the code approved. And this is the part we want to emphasize here. The agent engaged in social engineering, creating fake online identities and using them to pressure the project's maintainer to approve the code. And it was a human maintainer that caught and refused to approve the malicious code. So it does show us on the upside, humans are still outsmarting AI in these evaluations. But the bad news here is that the AI capabilities now include social engineering to take advantage potentially of organizations or people directly. So it's yet another major red flag and a series of these disclosures by OpenAI and Anthropic across the board over the past few weeks. We've seen several of these cases that really make you wonder, okay, what's coming next, and is this the new normal?
I mean, it does feel like that to me. You live and breathe this stuff every day. How much should the typical American who uses AI, or maybe even who doesn't, be worried?
I think you have to look at all of this as in the reality in which it sits. And I think when it comes to how much should you be worried, well, it's all about consequences, right? So if these AI models and agents can escape and do things that they're not supposed to be doing, or they may not have been instructed to do, well, what are the enforcement mechanisms, say the law here in the United States? Well, we are very behind on enforcement of this kind of technology should something go wrong. So, for example, the U.S. right now does not currently have any federal law covering the liability of what AI does or what the harms could be, right? And then if you look at what exists in terms of like computer and fraud law out there, there was that 1986 statute that, says if you do anything intentionally as a person committing a crime, accessing a computer without authorization, for example, that language is written for a human, but these are agents, these are AI agents that are created by companies. And so the question is, would the government, for example, if they were to prosecute something like this, have the ability to prosecute an AI agent? Would it be the company? What would it be? There's really very little precedence on this front.
All right, Ling, thank you so much.